What's up, guys? So, today we are going to be talking about the ZX4R 2024 model. I bought this back in December 2023, but as you know, that most of the bikes have their model number for a year ahead instead of the year that they were manufactured or they were launched in. This launched in 2023 and came to India in around October 2023, and I purchased this in December 24. And a lot of you asked me to do a long-term ownership review of this bike. So here we are. Today we are at Kawasaki Gurgaon for the service of this particular bike, and I just wanted to let you guys also know about the service cost while also telling you about my personal experience with this particular bike. So it has been over a year that I've had this bike, and in terms of the price, I got this for 849 ex showroom and around 9.8 lakhs on road price. So apart from that, when I talk about the electronics in this bikes, there is pretty much everything with ABS on its front brakes as well as rear, right? And apart from that, it also has the uh, traction control. The few things that are missing that you would probably find on a liter class bike are the auto blipper and the quick shifter, right? Apart from that, what I absolutely love about this bike is the amount of power that it generates post 8000 rpm. And given that this is the fastest 400 available in India right now, it makes it a pretty unique bike. And the other reason that it is unique is that right after its launch, ZX6R was launched, and a lot of people went for the 6R, and there were very few units of the ZX4R sold, which again makes it unique in my opinion. And I also feel that tomorrow when they are to discontinue it, I'm pretty sure they're not going to discontinue the ZX6R. They might discontinue this. That might give me a better pricing if I were to sell this bike. Now, the few things that I was talking to you about that are not included in this, like the quick shifter, is available in the ZX4RR version. So if you are planning to get a ZX4R, I would rather suggest the most value for money would be to get a ZX4RR, because it has a quick shifter. Along with that, it has adjustable suspension, which is not included in the ZX4R. When I talk about its performance, the top speed on this bike goes up to uh, 250 somewhere it's written, 236 somewhere it's written, 227. I was checking online, it's written kilometers per hour. However, in my experience, I have taken it to 241 kilometers per hour. Um, Again, that was done in a controlled environment, and I would not recommend any of you to try and reach those speeds. And in case you're also driving fast, not at those speeds but otherwise, I would always recommend to wear proper gear with it. Today you would not be seeing me in my gear because I have just come for a service. Otherwise, in most of the cases, in most of my videos as well, you would see me completely suited and booted up. Also, one of the major questions that come is कि कितना देती है. Now this bike can give you anywhere between 14 kilometers per liter to around 18-19 kilometers per liter. You would say that इतना बड़ा range आपने दिया है, and why is there so much of a difference? It all depends on how much you pull this bike. It all depends on how much you're changing the gears, how much are you accelerating, deaccelerating, how much of traffic is there. So depending on the multiple situations, you would see that the average changes. For me, generally it is between 15 to 18 that it shows. I will also show you. Currently it is showing me 17.7. So when we talk about the comfort of this bike, I am 6'1", and when I sit on this bike, it is a pretty comfortable seating posture. There's no kind of a pressure on my back, even when I'm riding it for close to 100 kilometers at a stretch. And at the times when I really want to push the limits on this bike and I want to tuck into it, you would see that with my Buick windscreen, the air just passes by. Now, that's about the comfort of this bike. Talking about its service, since we are here for the service, I would say that the services by Kawasaki, none of them are free, that you might see in a lot of car manufacturers and Indian bike manufacturers, that the first 3 services are generally free. Kawasaki does not give you any free services. And for this particular bike, the service cost is close to somewhere around 10,000 to 15,000 to sometimes even 18-20,000, depending on the parts that you're getting changed. If I talk about the most changed parts in this particular bike, are the brake pads. When I talk about the disc pads or the brake pads, the original OEM disc pads cost you somewhere around 3,400 to 4,300, depending on the kind of model that you're talking about. I think for this one it costs you 34 to 3,600. The air filter per se would cost you a whopping 6,400 rupees. I have recently got a BMC air filter that we will be using today because I have a slip-on exhaust. uh, Talking about the exhaust, apart from the cost of the motorcycle, you would also be getting into a lot of accessories that you would want to get onto your bike. How I have a windscreen, I have frame sliders, I have the slip-on exhaust, I have the seat cowl. I think the complete loading on this bike is close to around 1.5 lakhs in totality, and there are other few parts also planned, but to check out the video on what all I have installed in this bike, I will link it in this video itself and you can go check it out. So let's head back inside, get the bike service done, and let me also give you the total cost that I spent on this particular service, because for sure I'm going to get my rear dispatch changed and also my air filter changed that I bought already, and today in this service I'm going to get it changed. This is my third service. This is generally done at 10,000 kilometers. Currently, because I only ride mainly on Sundays, my bike is run around 5,000 kilometers, and yeah, let's head in.
Blade.